You were addicted?
I was with prescription pills. That was my curse right there.
Yeah.
And I never drank. I've never tasted beer.
How'd you start with the prescription pills?
Because the pressure here was so great, trying to grow and trying to get everything going.
Is all trying to make success.
Yeah, and we would take, when we'd go to the conference table, half a dozen of us would throw packs of Standbacks, BCs, all this, Aleve, Valium. I mean, anything we had to keep us going, because we worked here all the time. It wasn't no 12, 14 hours a day. It was 18, 20 hours a day. And it went from there into real, prescription drugs.
In your own strength, though, you couldn't bring the success that you thought you wanted.
Nah.
It wasn't possible. It was an never-ending race for a rival. I want to succeed, and you couldn't do it in your own strength.
All I wanted to do was make $1 million. I wanted to have me a jet. I was voted in school less likely to succeed, and I wanted to get me a Learjet. I wanted to take off, and I wanted to fly from north to south, east and west, so the people of Laurel know that I made it.
It's all about the money to show the world that you could succeed.
Yeah, that's all it was.
And you couldn't do it.
Nope.
Not in your own strength.
No.
Now what happened after?
Okay, this was the good stuff. Boy, I was in 1989. I was 47 years old. Man, I'd had a lot of blessings and all this kind of stuff. And I thought, man, now this is the flesh coming out. Man, I am saved now. What's God going to do for me now? 1 year later, I was flat dog broke. I owed $33 million. Man, my interest was $13,000 a day. Try to sleep with that one.
Wow.
You
owed $33 million.
Yeah. That's one of my hobbies, getting a guy to loan me the money. It was kind of like you had this game, $33 million.
How do you make $13,000 a day interest payment?
When work all day long, wow. $390,000 a month. Son, it was tough. It was tough. But here's what happened. It took us 7 years. We paid every guy back. Nobody lost a dime.
You didn't default on anything?
Nothing. Now, I had to make some phone calls, and a guy up in Memphis, I owed him 70 grand, and I told him, I said, Hal, I can't pay you. He said, no problem, just pay me when you can.
And you did?
And we did.
Yeah.
He just gave us time. All the banks but one worked with us. The one bank, they were vicious, and they put judgments on me, so I couldn't borrow no more money. And I hated them. I really hated them. And I know I shouldn't say that on TV, but I was wrong.
No, it's real. That's how you felt.
That's how I felt. But here's what happened. In the end, it turned out to be the blessing, because if I could have still borrowed money, I'd have dug my hole deeper. So I had to start selling things. I had a limo downstairs, and I watched the limo drive off. I had 2 planes. I watched my planes fly off. I had a yacht. I watched my yacht sail off. The condos, had to sell the condos, all this stuff, losing money. If it cost a nickel, I sold it. But we got it down to where we could manage, and in 7 years it came back, and I sold one of the companies. I had 3, and I sold one of them for $77 million.
Wow.
Yeah. So
and you paid off all the debt. You went. Yeah. Did you turn your business over to the Lord? Because you turned your life over to the Lord.
Oh,
was there a point
yes.
where you turned your business over to the Lord?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, it was a total transformation. All the nasty and corrupt things I'd been doing, when I got saved, it turned off. There was no weaning off. If you were to ask Gina, he didn't have to wean off nothing. It just ended. I couldn't stand kids. I couldn't stand nasty little old babies. I couldn't stand that. And then within a couple of years, we was in Vietnam dealing with handicapped kids over there in orphanages. And
gave you a completely different perspective.
Totally different. Totally different.
And what you thought you wanted so badly was all this money, right? You thought that was the answer. Yeah. And what you learned is that's not true riches.
No.
Yeah, there's a quote here, Luke 16:9, it says, and I say to you, make friends of yourselves of unrighteous mammon, that when you fail, they may receive you into an everlasting home.
Got you covered.
And so that's what you did, right? You used the money that you thought was the prize.
Yes, sir.
You decided that's the weapon that you can use to fight hell.